Hello guys, and welcome to episode number 43, where we'll be solving 5 more SQL problems, this time from Twitch and other companies. So let's get started right here with problem number 1. We have to calculate the average session duration for each session type. So we have a group by, and here we have to do an average. We have only one column to output. So let's get started right here. We have to do an average of something. We're going to name it average duration. And we have to do it for every session type. So we're going to take here every session type group by session type. Now, I don't know if we have to show the session type. Probably actually we have to, right? So for every session type here, we want to calculate the average. Now average duration, we don't actually have it here. We have to compute it using these two values. And we have date time here. If we look at the data, we have to subtract the start from the end. And we want probably the number of seconds usually. It would be the most accurate. So right here, we actually have a special function, which is called timestamp diff. And this one takes 3 parameters. The first one is the unit. So in our case, it's going to be the second. Then the start, which will, in our case, it's right here, session start. And the last parameter is the end. And there we go, guys. This would be the final solution right here. So quick recap for every session type. We want to calculate the average duration. Now, the way we find the average duration is by using here the timestamp difference function, which takes the second, the unit, and in our case it would be the second, then the start and the end of the timestamp. Problem number 2, this one is still from Twitch. We have to find users who are both a viewer and a streamer. So this sounds like a filter of some sort. So let's get started here. Sounds pretty easy, but let's check it out. So we have only one table, and here we have streamer and viewer. So basically we have to find the different user IDs who are both streamers and viewers. So we can do this by joining the table with itself with different filters. We're going to select here distinct user ID because that's what we want. And then we're going to say Twitch sessions inner join again with Twitch sessions. We're going to call it B on user ID on a.user ID equals b.user ID. And now we're simply going to be using filters where a.session type equals viewer, and at the same time b session type equals streamer. And this should be the final answer. But here, because the user ID exists in both tables, we have to specify one of them. So we're just going to say the one in the A table. And there you go. These are the users 0, 1, 2, and 3. So quick recap here. We want to find all the different users where they are both a viewer and a streamer at the same time. And the way we are doing this is we are combining the same table. We are simply adding it again to the right, but we are filtering based on the user right here. The user has to be the same, but the session type in the first table has to be viewer, and the session type in the second table has to be streamer at the same time. Problem number 3. This one is from Microsoft and Linux. We have to find the total number of records belong to each variety. There's a group by for variety, number of records per variety. We have to output the variety along with number of records. Right here, we have to then order records, variety in ascending. So we have to do a group by per variety, calculating the total number of records. Now let's do the per variety part. Per variety, for each variety, group by variety. We select it and then we group by it. We finish that part. Now we have to figure out total number of records. Usually records means one row. So we're going to say count of everything. We're going to call it records. And then we have to order by variety again in ascending, right? But because it's ascending by default, we're not going to actually type it out. And this is the answer right here. We have 50, 50, 50. Kind of a lame data set, if you ask me. Quick recap, what we're doing here for every variety right here. We want to calculate the total number of records or rows. Then we simply want to order them by variety in ascending order. Problem number 4, sort workers ascending by first name and then descending by department name. That's it. We have to do a double sort. What? Order by first name ascending and then department descending like this? There's no way. What? Okay, well, this is pretty disappointing. Literally no explanation required. Let's just move on to a better problem. And problem number 5, guys, this one is from Salesforce and Amazon. We have to write a query to get list of products have not had any sales. So we have to do a filter of some sort. Output ID and market name. ID, market name. We have to output 2 columns and we have 1 filter. Let's check out. Okay, so we have 2 tables and we have to figure out which products have not had sales. So just by looking at these tables, I can understand that this one down here represents the bigger table, the one that contains all of the products. And this table right here, the yellow one, contains only the ones that actually sold something. Would be here. So actually we want to find the products that are in the red one but not in the yellow one, because if they are in the yellow one then they actually made sales, and we want to show the ones that didn't make sales. Clearly we're gonna have to do a join here, and we won't be using what they are giving us here. We're gonna be using the bigger table on the left. We're gonna say from dim product, we're gonna call it A, and then we want to keep everything there. So we're going to say left join. We're going to put the other table B on A dot. We need to use the product SKU in both cases because this is the common key right here. Now, what do we have? We have to show, actually we have to filter first. And because we are doing a left join, when the SKU won't be found in the dim product in the first table, all the entries are gonna be null. So we actually want those where B prod SKU ID is null. Those are the products that we actually want. So we did the filter. Now we have to output the ID and market name. So we have to output the ID right here and the market name. We're going to use the A table. A dot product SKU ID, A dot market name. And this should be the final answer. And there we go. This is the solution right here. So quick recap. We want to select the product ID and the market name only for those who are not found in the B table, which is this one, the sales table. They are not in here, which means they returned null because they didn't meet this green condition right here. So that was it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. And if you enjoy these types of problems, I highly encourage you to join the StrataScratch community. Consider using the affiliate link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.